Hello there everyone and welcome back to DML. So, we will hopefully be moving on to level 3 if we get lucky with the next key in the costume quest Halloween event. But I'm just collecting some of our stuff to get event currency and stuff like that because already the levels are actually getting pretty expensive for the amount of currency that we have, with like some tiles being like 150, 200 in some cases to move on. So it's already kind of crazy, but for now, let's see, we could probably feed this guy at least a little bit, but we still have our Quake Dragon, so we'll probably feed him up a little bit as well. Again, the best thing to do with the Feeding Dragons quest is just to feed really low level stuff, so just get Fire Dragons out from the shop and just feed those guys up. It's a lot simpler than, you know, just leveling up high stuff, because you'll end up wasting a ton of food, but here we go, we can open this chest and yes! We actually got the key straight away. So let's move to the next level, get the treasure behind the gate. Sweet! So thank goodness we found that key. I was worried we might end up trapped. You don't think that's what happened to the Ghastly family, do you? No, it's strange. All the dragons we've seen in the mansion are really well taken care of. Almost like there's someone still here feeding them. But let's find Rand. So they really want to find their little friend over here, but this was in the second chest, so we got pretty lucky on level 2. So another room. This mansion must go on for miles. And there was a Monsieur, Madame, Ghastly, and their 7 children. Well, this just sounds like the movie all over again. But maybe their poor dragons are just lonely with them being gone. Oh, that's kind of sad, actually. But either way, we are heading on over to this, what looks to be another fight against the Bone Dragon again. Like, why are you hanging around here so much, mister? What's your dealio, Emilio? But Jesus, this level is huge, and we can see the Hellhound over there. But obviously, when we find the key in this level, we will unlock the Hellhound Dragon, so it's really not too difficult to finish off level 3 and get the level 3 reward, I should say. So, you know, even if you're barely around to even compete in the event, you can at the very least know that you're probably going to get a hold of the Hellhound if you even look at the event like once every couple of days or so. So, you know, don't worry about potentially not getting anything out of the event. Pretty simple at the end of the day. But let's just spend all of our auto battle tickets here. There we go. So much food that gold that we get out of doing that. Again, 700,000 per auto ticket. It's lovely. And again, we're already at like 200 event currency just for one tile, which is pretty annoying, to be honest with you. But, oh god, look at these ghosties! We can just tap them all and then they disappear. It's actually super adorable. But, yeah. I hate how expensive these events are going to get eventually. Ah! But I did skip ahead a little bit, so we've unlocked these tiles, and now we can face off against the Bone Dragon here. So it's just the same as it was before, pretty much. So our team is going to wreck this guy. But obviously this time we don't get to use the new dragon, the Muerte. I believe someone in the comments said that, because I've heard that word before, like the Mexican word, but it just didn't trigger in my head. It's Muerte or something like that. I don't know. I don't speak foreign languages. But the Bone Dragon's made off with Brant again! Come on, Ned! Oh, Jesus, this is just like Mario with, like, stealing Peach all the time. Like, come on, Brant! Stand up for yourself. Tell that nasty dragon what's up. Don't just let him steal you and take him all the way through the damn castle, mate. Like, come on now. Ugh, whatever. I guess we'll just be on a wild goose chase forever now. And just before we move on to anything else today, I just want to go through the post that was on the Gameloft forums a little bit ago. So, a few of you have been asking, how do we get the Bone Dragon? Obviously, he was on the front cover of the event stuff. How do we actually get him? So, unfortunately, we do have kind of some bad news, I guess you could call it. But on the forums here, you can see Andros has responded to Linda. So where is the Bone Dragon and how to get it? Will he be available later, or do we have to pay to get him, was the question that was asked. And the response is this here. So I'd like to clear it up in advance that the Bone Dragon won't be a prize of the Halloween event. It will be accessible from a bundle, just like the Medusa during the Divine event. However, the Muerte and the Eyeball Dragon are freely accessible if you can finish the event in time and collect all of the pieces. And so from that you can probably gather, yes, the Bone Dragon is a purchase-only dragon in a bundle, and they likened it to what we saw with the what's-a-majiggy, the Medusa. So basically, the deal with that is that essentially it is just a little bundle, and that is the only way we can get a hold of him, unfortunately. So he isn't a part of the event to actually get for the players. Obviously, he appears as like a boss dragon and whatever, but we can't readily get him via completing the event. So, you know, shame to burst some of our bubbles there. I was looking forward to getting a hold of him as well, but, you know, at the same time, like they said, we can get the other two dragons free in the event. So, like the Divine event, you know, there were some Divines that we could get normally, some that we couldn't. So, I'm happy that at least we can get some new stuff. You know, I don't like purchase-only dragons. I've never really been a person to purchase-only dragons, apart from maybe like 2 or 3. Maybe a couple more than that over the years, but either way, it's not been many at all. So, I do feel bad, and depending on its cost, I probably won't be purchasing it either. So that'd be a legendary I'd be pretty sad to see, but the Bone Dragon is legendary, Shadow, and Void, I believe are its elements, so nothing too crazy, and nothing that I'm going to be super disappointed about not being able to get. But at the same time, he looks pretty cool. So, you know, from a collector standpoint, that is a bit sucky, but, you know, it's our own choice. If we want to spend the money on getting the dragons, we can. If you don't want to spend the money, then you don't. Or if you don't have the money to spend, I guess. But that's how these games always are, you know. If you have the money to put in, you can boost yourself further, you can get new dragons and stuff like that. You know, if only I hadn't spent all the money that I spent on this game like years ago, and I actually decided to spend it these days. I'd be getting so many more dragons and bundles and everything than what I got, but you know, I digress. That's my own thing. But, you know, with the Halloween event so far, I am liking that in recent memory from, like, the recent events and that we've been having, that they are adding quite a little bit more to the dialogue. So, I know that at the time I sort of skipped through it because I just want to get straight into the event, but at the same time, you know, it's nice to have a little bit of backstory and everything, and just create their, like, little weird environments that they create in these events and that. Because, you know, they did the same with Pokemon Sun and Moon as well, like, that had a ton of dialogue in it, and even if it was, like, super boring at the time, you know, it does give you a little bit of extra backstory and draws you into the world a little bit more, so, you know, I think it's pretty commendable. You know, a little bit of Halloween spooky fun, nothing wrong with that. But I am just doing a couple of our other regular fights and stuff that we should be doing, because even though we do have the event on currently, I've pretty much cleared out the whole event pool, even though we're only 27 minutes, an hour and 27 minutes into this pool refresh. So, basically in England, the pools refresh at 4 PM, 10 PM, 4 AM, 10 AM. So, super easy to, you know, keep track. As soon as you know the specific hours that it lands on, you know, like, when you have to be around, like, during the day, basically. So, it used to be that I'd, like, wake up, and then I'd, like, do a pool then I'd go to work, and then I'd miss out on the 10 till 4 pool, and then I do the 4 till 10 PM pool, and then I do the one after that. But at the moment, I should be able to do all 4 pools without a problem, so hopefully this event shouldn't be too difficult for us to finish off. And at the same time, the quicker we get it done, the quicker we can focus on other stuff, and we can focus on getting the Eyeball Dragon. And someone asked me, do I know why it's called the Eyeball Dragon? Yes, it has a gigantic eye on its tail. I was just saying the name was weird because initially I was like, maybe it's called the Mutant or something, or I don't know, Mike Wazowski. I'm just joking. The Mike Wazowski Dragon. That's a Monsters Inc. character, just in case you were like, oh god, who is that? Because I always get it where people like mention a famous name or character, and I know the name, but I do not know the series that they're talking about, and it like angers me, and then I have to go and search it up. You know, I'm actually terrible with all celebrity names and stuff like that, but as soon as I find out, it gives me a great deal of happiness. You know, it's just like, ah, that's what it is. It's almost like gratitude that I could find the answer. Oh my god, level 80! Are you serious? Get out of here with your level 80. I don't want to see it. This is rank 900. Go back over to 2K Town. Ugh! Okay, that was kind of annoying, because now I can't do this quest. But either way, I'm going to refresh those, and, you know, that sucks. But, it is what it is. And can we get... Oh, we can actually get some stuff for collecting food. Sweeto! Cheeto. And since I'm pretty much going to be sleeping, I'm just going to put the 6-hour food in, because no reason not to. Again, the longer the food takes in the farms, the more you collect when you finally take it out. So that should be pretty much perfect for us. I hope I wake up before 10 AM. I mean, I should do. I mean, if I don't wake up before 10, I'm really not waking up for the day, but still. And, I'm gonna get rid of this coral dragon while we're ahead, because I can't really put him anywhere. Bye-bye, little baby boy! And I've just been putting the Agnes dragon in the breeding den, because I'm not really caring about the breeding timers. But if you want to be as optimal as possible, the combo that you should really be using for the Breed Dragons quest, breed together the Fire and Shadow Dragons, it'll always breed the Demonic, and the breeding time it gives you is like 8 hours, I think, something like that, but that is pretty much the best way to, like, fully deplete the Breed Dragons quest pool, just in case you were curious. So, again, you are trying to breed this guy over here. Fire plus Shadow, easiest thing you'll ever do in your life. But for now, I'm going to leave you guys there, so I hope that we can continue with the good luck. We are like 2 away, so that's probably going to be 300 for the chest, and basically 300 for the tile, so we need 600 just to move on now, but we should be getting more, or we should have the ability to collect more stuff per tier now, so we should be making some quick progress. But anyway, for now, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I will see you then.